Take a look at this little itty bitty travel trailer here that still has a lot of real good usable space on the inside. Let's go take a look, come on. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound. And today we are here taking a look at this 2026 Grand Design Transcend 131 DL. This is going to be a new floor plan here from Grand Design in the Transcend One. Seeing a lot more of these really micro-sized travel trailers pop up. You can see here just under 16 feet in total length, under 3,000 pounds unloaded, 4,400 pounds fully loaded with a 400-pound hitch weight essentially, 37-gallon freshwater, 37 gray, and 37 waste. And then you can see here, if you want to pause the video as well, some of the different build characteristics that they talk about here, but we'll talk about a lot of this stuff as we go throughout this travel trailer. So very modest in size, definitely something that is going to be towable by a lot of different SUVs that are in the United States, market for vehicles, as well as virtually any modern truck. So anything from your, Toyota Tacoma, Chevy Colorados, all of that, all the way up to obviously a half-ton, easily being able to manage something like this. And even some crossover SUVs will be able to handle something in this size and weight range. Now, I don't know the towing specs of every single vehicle out there, so I can't say specifically what vehicles would be best suited for this, but going off of those specs, just be mindful of the gross vehicle weight rating and how that's correlated to your overall max towing capacity, then your hitch weight and how that is correlated to the payload or cargo capacity on your vehicle. Now, this is an aluminum sided travel trailer, so more of an entry-level travel trailer. And as we get down underneath here, you can see you do have a little bit of storage space on the outside, wood framed on this travel trailer. So you get a little bit of cubby storage, and this is a pass-through all the way to the other side. It's just rather narrow there. Another thing that really separates this from other small travel trailers in this class is it does have a fully enclosed underbelly. So water tanks and water lines sit above the enclosed underbelly down underneath there in this travel trailer, which is something that a lot of travel trailers in the size segment do not offer. So kind of a unique offering from the Transcend One with that. As we step inside, 1-year base warranty, 3-year structural, and 5-year frame warranty. Now, right as we step inside, this is a 60 by 80 mattress. And I do have the mattress down right now, so we'll see that, and then we are going to flip this up. And I did just realize before I do that we won't see this cubby space again, so let me show that here. You can see how you have your outlets, USB ports, and it's a little bedroom nook area. Now this mattress is going to fold up in half, so it does have a fold in the mattress, and then it's going to essentially fold up again like that, which is how you get your sofa back. So now you have a spot to sit and hang out, you have cup holders there, and it comes with a picnic table down underneath here. It's a Grand Design branded table that you get with the camper. So that can be used inside of your travel trailer, outside of your travel trailer. Great addition there that you get. You also have some pet dishes here that can be removed. So if you don't have any pets, no worries, but you do get the option to have pet dishes there if you want. And then this right here, just a flip down open storage space underneath your bed there. And then magnet latches to hold these doors closed. Have a little bit of wardrobe storage here next to the bed. Has 4 shelves. So that's 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 shelves. Goodness, I have to double count and double check and make sure I wasn't, seeing that incorrectly. But you have your shelf up over the top here. And then as we turn this way, a couple other nice things to point out. A JBL sound system in here, so you have an actual dedicated sound system. Not all travel trailers in this size will come with that. You have your air conditioning in here that is not ducted through the camper, so just a drop down AC there. Spot for a TV on the wall that looks like that could probably fit about a 32-inch screen TV there, but if not, at least a 24-inch screen TV. And then we have some cubby storage right here next to the refrigerator. It is a Furrion refrigerator with a small freezer portion up above that's currently taped closed. And then we have a nice spot for some beverages and a little bit of adjustability on the shelving, but not a whole lot there. Nice big tabletop space here, a countertop space. Windows are gonna have a pull down black pleated shade on that. Outlets here. And then we have our controls with our JBL sound system right next to the entry door when we walked in. Does not have a privacy shade installed on this window, so if you wanted that, it is prepped to add the Lippert thin shade, but it does not have a shade already installed. Most people will want that though, because it adds a good sense of privacy. And as we go back this way, you're going to have your stainless steel sink here in this area. It does have a soap dispenser as well. Has a paper towel roll already installed. Have your little rack here that you can use for different spices or salt, pepper, anything like that. Some storage up above. These doors, they are a wrapped material. So it's like a wood door with a wrapped decorative material on it. Only mention that because if you were to like ding these, scratch them, dent them, anything like that, it is going to peel off that wrapped material. It's not a solid stained hardwood door. So that's just something to be mindful of, where you would basically need like some sort of white marker or something like that to color in any, you know, cosmetic damages that you could potentially do to something like this over time. I have a vent fan here, north to south facing 2-burner gas stove, and then has a microwave down here. No air fryer or anything like that in the microwave, just a standard RV size microwave. A little bit of storage here with your 3 shelves, and then storage down underneath here. See your water lines. No individual shutoff valves on the water lines. You can see your soap dispenser right there. Then this is your furnace here, so you do have heat as well. And then it's prepped for a Starlink satellite system. So kind of nice having this panel here to run wiring for a Starlink system outside of the camper. Outlets, USB ports here. And then as we go back, I do want to point out the ceiling height. I'm standing at about 6'2" right now with my shoes on. And as you can see with me behind the camera, I mean, ceiling height in here is pretty dang good. It's good for about 6'5" or so, maybe even 6'6". So pretty impressive for a small little travel trailer like this. So we go back into the bathroom, back into this space. You have a plastic foot flush toilet and plenty of room on both sides of the toilet. And as we step into this space, you'll have your sliding door here. Has a magnet to hold that closed. And you can see pretty good privacy from that door. Open this back up and you have great amount of countertop space back through here. Plastic sink. This here is liquefied. This is a black tank treatment for your RV that you can find at Blue Compass RV dealerships across the country. So this will be in the liquid formula, pod formula, or tablet formula, or sorry, powder formula. And you can find that also at Walmart and on Amazon, and it's going to make sure that everything going into your toilet gets liquefied, keeps your RV smelling fresh, and your black tank performing properly. Have your medicine cabinet here with some shelves next to it. Pretty decent amount of storage there too. Hooks for some towels. A little cubby storage here next to the toilet. The only thing I'm not seeing is a designated spot for toilet paper. Yeah, don't see any designated spot for that, but you could install a toilet paper roll right here on the door. You could install it back here along this wall, but I just don't see the hardware here in the bathroom for it at the moment. Or you could just keep toilet paper in one of those drawers. That is always acceptable too. Here's your shower. Now with this shower, it is about 6'2" to the highest point here in this shower with that vent fan there. So if you're 6 feet or taller, you're gonna feel pretty compressed in this shower. It's not super large. I certainly still could take a shower in here even though I'm 6'1". It's just not going to be super comfortable. I'd be squatting for the duration of the shower, but not a big deal again, because usually showers in an RV especially are typically about, 3 to 5 minutes for me. So still usable, but just keep that in mind, as it's not the biggest shower ever for the taller folks. And then that's pretty much everything inside this travel trailer. Pretty interesting going with the white interior. Then your, sofa here is almost like a Western kind of brown color, which we're seeing through a lot of the different Grand Design brands for 2026. But really nice space on the inside overall. Curious your thoughts on what you think, if you could see yourself traveling in something like this. And then as we step back, if you want to go ahead and read through this, you can see some of the different materials here that Grand Design has displayed about their camper. Step back this way, it has a spot for a dog leash there and a bottle opener. It's on a BAL frame from Norco Industries using huck bolt fasteners there. Huck bolts are really good from what I understand at withstanding long durations of vibration. So nice with that. You have a propane quick connect line down under here, and then you're going to have your manual stabilizers on the rear of the camper, but not on the front of the camper. So do not see any stabilizers up front there, just on the rear portion. Coming to the back, prepped to add a backup camera, has a bracket here to attach a retractable ladder to get up onto the roof. speaker system on the outside. You have your awning over this area. It does have an LED light strip underneath the awning here, so you will have that light out at your campsite. And then last couple things coming to the non-camp side, one single 20-pound propane tank spot for your batteries. And then back through here, you have your pass-through storage area, tankless water heater, spot to store a sewer hose down underneath there, and then you'll have one dump valve spot along the back portion of this camper. So that's pretty much everything on this Grand Design Transcend One. Prices on these, my estimate is these are gonna be somewhere around like the $15,000 range or so. It might be a little less or a little bit more, but I haven't seen one of these out in the world yet at a dealership, so I'm not exactly sure where they'll be priced out with Blue Compass RV, but my thought is it's gonna be somewhere around that like probably $13,000 to $15,000 mark, give or take. Maybe like 14. But I'm not 100% sure. So if you're looking for your next RV, looking for pricing, there's a link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video where you can find over 100 different Blue Compass RV dealerships across the country, across 33 different states, and we're here to help you out when you're ready. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.